No, you won't. You won't be seeing Eminem versus Melle Mel. uh, I don't know if he would even respond. You see, it's like, how do you even respond to that if you're Eminem? If you're Eminem, you're gonna make sure no one even asks you that question or even present it to you. Melle Mel is somebody who's revered in hip hop history, as one of the legends of back in the day, So definitely, they would never, ever, ever, you know, allow you to come out and destroy this person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what are you doing? So even if Eminem was to come back just to say I'm battling him, you would offend other hip hop artists. Period. And in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Melle Mel was on DJ Vlad, and while he was on Vlad, Melle Mel actually spoke and said that he easily could beat Eminem. Now I remember about 5 years ago, I said the same thing in a video. I sat in a video and said I could beat Eminem in one verse. Everybody freaked out. This dude is, if capping was around then, it would have been, this dude is straight cap. They would have been definitely pushing the cap word, right? That's all cap. But that wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. What seemed to happen was the fact that I felt Eminem couldn't touch me when we start talking about substance, even in a battle. Or if the person knows more about you than you know about them, or surprise them with things that they wouldn't know you know about them. It could throw them off balance and they wouldn't be able to compete. Now Eminem would win off of fame alone, but I always felt that I knew I could make the verse that would freeze him. To be like, how does this guy know that? Who has he spoken to? That's the situation where it's different, you know? So I always felt I could have done that to him at that time. Now, when you look at, let's say, Eminem today, and you look at what he's about and what he's been doing, you're looking at a person now who's burnt out. Like he burnt the candle at both ends. He doesn't know what to do with his next album, or why is he even doing it now. Now they're making sure he got money, so they're like, well, what is he doing this for now? It's therapy for him. He feels he needs to do this. Melle Mel has never stopped rapping for 40 years. 40 years, Melle Mel has continuously lived hip hop. You might not hear him anymore, but he's rapping. He had one of the hardest verses out of a song that had like 30 rappers on it. Y'all remember that joint? It had like 30 rappers on the song. Like young, old, it didn't even matter. Melle Mel had one of the hardest verses. So that's the thing. And he thinks it's an advantage to be as old as he is because of the knowledge. And I agree, but when you talk about who's going to win the battle in the consensus of the general public, Eminem would win, hands down, by just showing up. We know that. We know he's going to be witty. We know he's going to be analytical. We know he's going to put it down on that standpoint because that's where he comes from. That's his core nature, is battle rap. In the Midwest, it was called diss head. Oh, he's just a diss head. So all he do is diss everybody, diss head. So when you used to do all that back in the day, it becomes second nature. And me, that's what I was. I'm gonna know. I was battle rap was what we did all the time around here. And me, like I told you, I walked around with a gigantic Wu-Tang medallion around my neck in the 90s. So when you guys talk about Sino and he had the big Wu-Tang medallion, remember, you had to back that up. You wasn't gonna be allowed to just have your Wu-Tang medallion and roll around. You had to back that up. And nobody was snatching my chain. So let that be known. Nobody was snatching it. The only thing that happened, and I do mean only, the only thing that happened was that they would battle rap you. This is back then. They would battle rap you. I told you, people were doing flips out of bushes to come battle rap you back then. If they saw you got a Wu-Tang medallion, you better know how to spit. You couldn't, or you weren't gonna be allowed to wear a Wu-Tang medallion and walk around. It wasn't gonna happen. That's how seriously people took hip hop back then. And this is Midwest. The Wu-Tang had a very good ground base here. They was good. Nobody was bothering the Wu. And one thing they weren't gonna accept was disrespect on any type of level. Now, it was only that one incident where they were in the wrong area because they was affiliating themselves with another group of people, and that didn't go well. But since then, they got right, and everything was, they know where to go now. Now, getting back to the subject at hand. Melle Mel would crush Eminem on subject matter, street, science, uh, just more grounded, more grounded. That's how Melle Mel is about culture, really. He comes from something, you know, so he's able to exuberate that. He feel like I carry these people on my back. Eminem would never battle him, but he comes from an essence of nothing. Like, I have nothing, it's empty. So all the words are going to be witty and pretty, but there's nothing there. There's nothing that's going to stick. So it's just a bunch of words thrown together at you very cleverly. But they have no substance. It's like having a McDonald's fish burger, fish sandwich at McDonald's, and somebody versus somebody giving you a fish dinner. You know, the two are a little not comparable, right? But McDonald's is a big corporation. Some people will take that fillet of fish over that plate that you trying to hand them. Like, look, man, this is a fish dinner. I just cooked this. You got sides and everything. I want that. I like that fillet of fish, and I'm gonna take that combo. That's how some people are. So what you're getting is a constant contradiction, as you would say. It's a constant moving contradiction. It's like a run-on joke that continuously moves. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think I made a perfect example of what's never going to happen because Eminem's not gonna do it, and Melle Mel words will just fall by the wayside. But I was glad to see some of the young people paying attention to who Melle Mel is and what he was doing. So I'm out. Love, peace, and hair grease. Like the video. Subscribe to the page. If you're not getting your notifications, please let me know in the comment section so I can send it to them. And as well, you should hit the send feedback and say, why am I not getting my notifications for these videos and why are they not being recommended to me? All right, I'm out.